Do you have any idea why all your relationships fail? Because people show me who they really are and I leave them. So the last two exes that broke up with you, you left them? I mean, physically they left me, but emotionally I was already checked out, so I left them. You see how you were treating them, right? You see why they decided to physically leave you. I wasn't treating them any kind of way differently than I'm treating you. Exactly. I'm glad you said that because you have been treating me terribly lately. I've been treating you terribly. I've been treating you terribly? Yes, you said you treated them the same way that you treat me and they left. So guess what? So I feel like you're trying to say I've been treating you badly, but you're still here. So if you treat everybody the same way and they physically leave you, then you're the common denominator. But I don't have anything to do with that. The common denominator is zero then, so it's undefined. Oh my God, undefined? Yes, if the common denominator is zero, like me, then it's undefined. Oh my God, I hate you.
What is going on, beautiful people? Welcome to another episode of A Narcissist Explains. I am self-aware, diagnosed narcissist Lee Hammock, and I'm here to, bring awareness to narcissistic personality disorder, NPD, get more people into therapy on all sides of the continuum, and also validate the victims and survivors of said disorder. This series right here is dedicated to taking my TikToks and my YouTube shorts and making them longer. They are 60 seconds or less. This is going to be a lot longer than 60 seconds. So the skit you just watched was about how a narcissist will never ever admit to being the problem. Well, not never ever admit. Will rarely ever admit to being the problem. Will rarely ever admit to being the reason that their life is not the way it's supposed to go. To be the reason to admit that that they are the common denominator in all of their relationships falling apart. Like you see in that example I gave in that skit right there. Like, why are all your relationships falling apart? Because nobody understands me, because nobody really gets me where I'm coming from, and people show me who they really are, and I break up with them. Well, they broke up with you. Well, that's because I had emotionally left them before, so it really didn't matter. And narcissists, that's why I get so many people who want their person to be self-aware. Like, I wish the person in my life who I think is a narcissist, I wish they were self-aware. I wish they would understood what they were doing and saying and things like that. I wish they could even be like you. And I tell people all the time, look, go. And I get people all the time, like my daughter's here right here. I saw my other video, she's here. Hey. I tell people all the time that self-awareness does not mean that they're going to be better people. You know what I mean? Self-awareness sometimes gives narcissists the excuse to be worse people, to continue how they are treating you right now. It gives them permission to continue to treat you that way, to continue to, go treat you badly, to continue to go in on your life, and to continue to run you down and hurt your feelings and break your heart. That gives them permission to do that type of stuff. Like a diagnosis or self-awareness sometimes will give people permission to treat you terribly because they know that there's no cure. They know they have to work hard to they have to work hard to change their behaviors and things like that. And narcissists, and even if they do become self-aware, they probably would just never admit to being the problem. And if you are going to remain with a person that you think is a narcissist, which is a lot of people, most people don't leave. I mean, not most. I know a lot of people that don't leave, especially when I'm talking to people over Zoom and things like that. Most people don't want to leave these relationships. A lot of people want to stay in there and try to make it work because they're so in love and they have so much time, effort, and energy invested into this. And some people want to make it work when they're 5-6 months into the relationship because they think they see the potential that somebody else has. They see the potential that this possible narcissist has. So they want to remain in the relationship regardless of the situation and the situation that they are in. Regardless of they know the truth from past relationships. You see the patterns that this person has been through. You see the patterns of mistreatment that they have done with their significant others. But people want to be special and the one that fixes somebody. You want to reap the rewards of this person. You want to be the one that fixes them and takes control and is the one that that made it work. And you fight hard to be the one that makes it work. You will fight harder and harder and harder to be the one that makes it work. Even though you've seen the string of relationships you've seen the string of relationship with this person in the same exact way. They cheat, they lie, they do whatever, and they break up. You might know this person for 10 years, you know their patterns, but you think you're good enough to break the patterns. You think because you know the patterns that it won't happen to you. Oh, I see that. I see what happened to them, but it won't happen to me because I'm better than them. Then it happens to you, and you don't want to look stupid, so you stay in a relationship. You forgive people. You're overly forgiving. You work hard to forgive people and keep this relationship going. And I always ask for what gain? What are you gaining? Literally, what are you gaining? That's why we try to get into people's head. Like, what are you gaining from this relationship? Like, what's the gain? What's the gain from that person becoming self-aware? Does self-awareness erase what they did to you? Does self-awareness erase the treatment that they put you through? Does self-awareness change anything about the past? No, it does not. Self-awareness does not mean forgiven. Self-awareness means that person knows now, that they know what they've done, they know what they're going to do, and they know what they're capable of doing. That's what self-awareness means. I tell people that all the time. It just blows people's mind. They want to stay in this relationship. They just like, I'm going to try to make it work. And but the simple fact about, let's go back to the common denominator. Like, that person is the common denominator in a relationship. You know that person is the common denominator. You know it. Why are you trying to change the fraction? You think that because because that person is the common denominator, that they somehow can change. Like, if you, as the numerator, the top number, I'm a math head, y'all. If you, as a numerator, if you feel like if you add more to you, if you give more, if you become more, if the numerator is greater than the denominator, that you would change the equation. No, you're just adding to it. You're making a bigger number. The higher the numerator, the lower the denominator, the greater the number. That means you're just gonna stay here and give more effort, time, effort, and energy to get nothing back. It blows people's minds that when I say stuff like, "Hey, no, yeah, my daughter," and it blows people's mind when I say stuff like that because I know how it works, y'all. This is my mindset. I'm telling you, nothing you do will ever be enough for a narcissist. Nothing you do. You cannot change the denominator. Everybody wants to change the denominator. That denominator is a constant. That denominator is a person, is a human being. You can't change that person. The only thing you can change is yourself. If you increase the numerator, the number eventually gets bigger. But if the numerator becomes 0, that equation is zeroed out. You win. You zero it out because you remove yourself. If you remove the numerator, the top number, and it becomes 0, the equation equals to 0. There's no more time, effort, energy put into that. I've been telling y'all, I see it so much, y'all. It's just like it's draining to me to watch y'all disintegrate into nothingness by giving people so much more than what they deserve. But allowing these people to mistreat you, and for what gain are you getting? They mistreat you, they use you, abuse you, and then they leave you, and then you're broken. And then, especially if you know the patterns, if you know this person before you, especially if you cheated with this person, if you are a side dude or a side chick, and you cheated with this person and think you're going to change the person, you deserve what you get. That's point blank period. If you cheated with them, knowingly cheated with them, and now you have them, and you think you won, you deserve it. And that's my mindset. Nobody deserves that abuse. You knew that person was married or in a long-term relationship. You knew that. You still got involved with that person, and now you won. You deserve the treatment because you saw what you saw what the other person was getting. You saw what the other person was getting. But y'all, I have to head out of here. I'm not victim blaming. I want you to remain. If you are dealing with a married person, then leave that married person alone. Like, why? Why delve deeper into it? I'm telling you. And that narcissist will tell you exactly what they like. You knew who I was. You knew I was a snake when you met me. You try to pick that snake up. You try to heal that snake, and then when you fix that snake, it bites you, and then you wonder why. He's like, why you bite me? I tried to fix you. You knew I was a snake when you met me. You knew who that person was when you met them. You still jumped into that relationship, and now they bit you, and now you want to blame the snake for biting you. Don't blame the snake. You pick the snake up willingly. Take your power back. Stand in your truth. Be strong. I root for people to win. I want you to win. Anyways, stay strong. Mental Healness is out. Peace.